Okay, so I want to take a look at MAGA and the social program cuts that are affecting everybody, including them. But they go to the town halls, they're angry about the cuts, they shout down all the representatives that are, I don't know if you want to use the word brave enough to talk to them or whatever the case may be, but they're going to speak to these people and the constituents are just not happy. So now that a lot of them see that, oh, he met me too, not just the blue people, not just the libs, he met me too. Not just him, but this is something that Republicans have been saying for the past 4,000 years, is we're going to cut entitlement programs, we're going to cut this, we're going to cut that. And I don't know if it's because they don't use the word Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid every single time, that maybe they just didn't realize that, oh yes, he meant the thing that I use too, or what. But as we know, cruelty is the point. Because what is the point of, anyway, the party of law and order, the Christian party, wants people to suffer. I mean, we know they're not Christian, but still at the same time. Anyway, so my question is, now that they see, and I know the answer. Well, I think I do. Let's look and see. Because you never know, right? That's why we do this. Now that they got the answer that he and the Republicans want to do this, they're not on your side. They never have been. But at the same time, there is a line in the sand that they just won't cross because of everything else. He hurts you financially. He hurts you personally. But you also don't like gays and Mexicans, and so therefore you're still going to vote Republican. Or, not to the extreme, but somewhere in the middle to where you are just a fiscal conservative, which is, nothing wrong with that, I suppose. And so you don't really believe in the social programs and socialism, and so therefore you vote Republican. Okay, but this regime is not that. They're cutting this stuff so that they can give it to Elon and everybody else. So there has to be a line in the sand there. But what my question is, now that they know he met me too, will they be less apt to vote Republican? Will this change their outlook on Republican politics? Because not just Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, SNAP too. FEMA. FEMA has never been really a well-oiled machine, but there in Arkansas, with the Republican governor, the Republican president denied federal aid. That's you too. Like, okay, so let's see. So we have the Knight of Swords. First card. Knight of Swords is the hero. Bravery, chivalry, fast, chaotic. A reaction. The Six of Cups, the nostalgia, the old friends, the stuck in the past as well. But since this is sort of a forward-moving type of energy, we'll probably say there might be a bit of naivety. Reason being is because the Knight of Swords is a reaction, not a planned, thought-out thing. That's more of your Knight of Pentacles. That's the person who's going to take the list and go over it twice type of thing. This person has half the instructions, but all of the vigor. And so when they heard go, they just shot out the door, didn't hear go wide, didn't hear go where. And so this seems to be more of a naivety. Like there's just a thing that probably their scope is not taking in still. We can see it because we've always seen it, because a lot of you have never been Republican or even purple. And so you can see what they've always wanted to do, and you know how much that would harm people's situations. I don't think they still, right now, do not have the full scope. Again, the Knight of Swords is a reaction. They're just reacting to what's happening now instead of going back to see the trail of abuse. Six of Cups represents child or childlike mentality or naivety. Something that's more of an innocent thing usually, but that's what I think they're still stuck in. Yeah, there you go. There is the Fool. The leap off the cliff and see what happens. Also follow somebody off the cliff and see what happens. This is, again, a bit of a naivety thing. They're not informed. This is not just Donald Trump. This is Republican, period. You can't blame it on the person that's in the House and in the Senate and Donald Trump right now. This is a Republican thing that has been going on forever. This is what they've always wanted to do. Remember the line, we could use a man like Herbert Hoover again, who wanted to do away with social programs. And so, fully against socialism. The Ace of Wands, the new action or the initiative, I still think the answer's already here, but we'll read all the rest of it and, see what happens. But with the Ace of Wands, that is an action of some sort that they would like to take or that they're going to take. The question, though, is, will they begin to wake up and see Republican politics for what it is? The Ace of Cups, the people and the emotion, the Ten of Wands. I don't think so. I think still this is individual. Ace of Cups is people or person, someone new in your life. So they'll become, I think, a little more involved in politics. So people who have never been to a town hall before will go to the town hall just so they can shout and scream, which good for you. Go forward and do it. Because there's the Knight of Swords, that chaos. So that Fool, the beginning, journey, chaos, new person. So they would then go and express themselves as is their right to do. But with the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Wands, I don't think they have the full scope. This is not just a person. This is a policy. This is an outlook. This is a mentality. They've been doing this for wanting to do this forever. Now they're doing it. Again, America in its tower moment, the systems are starting to collapse. And so, there you go. Word of warning is the person, the people, the crowd, the audience, the Ten of Cups. The Eight of Cups, walking away. So I think they will start to abandon some people in their platforms, but not the party. Because again, Republican Party is quite a wide spectrum, just like the Democrats. You have people who are, again, cruelty is the point, but you have people who are just more fiscally conservative, or people who are more religious, but not hateful. Or you have people who have always been Republican, therefore they're just continuing the tradition. That type of thing. Being a Republican doesn't mean you're a horrible person. It just means you have a different view on life than those on the other side, that's all. But this thing is a little different. This trying to harm people for no good reason. There's the Sun, so some will abandon. This is illumination. But I want that word to be as big as it possibly can in its context, because the Sun is ultimate illumination. You cannot hide anything in the sunlight, type of thing. And so this will stretch as far as what they're doing and why they're doing it. This will become evident to a lot of people. Again, the audience is the word of warning. So yes, a lot of people are going to wake up and see what's happening, but they're not going to change their party affiliation because of it. So they'll still vote Republican and so forth and so forth. And then there's the Knight of Pentacles. This is the thought-out plan person I was talking about earlier. But as the outcome card, will they change parties? Will they see the light? Yes, but they will not change parties. This is the steadfast. They will still be Republicans. They just won't like the people who are currently there. But you will still vote for the same people. Mitch McConnell's not going anywhere until he hits the dirt. So he's part of the problem, but you don't see it that way just yet. So we shall see.